Gabby, how are things going with your wedding preparations? Do you think that you're almost done with them now? Or will it still be a couple more months?
I still have a lot of work to do, actually. To be honest, it actually feels like I'm going nowhere right now. I seriously didn't think that there'd be this much stuff for me to do before I could actually have all my guests and everyone come.
I told you before that things you have already been decided on are final. Don't tell me that you've been changing a lot of things again, because you're causing yourself to waste all that time.
Well, maybe with a few things, all right. But thankfully, a lot of people who have been taking good care of me will come to my wedding. So I would really like to have a wedding which is fun for all of them too, and not just me.
But aren't you the main character on your wedding day? As long as you are having all the fun in the world on that day, I don't think anyone else will care. I promise you that everyone coming wants you to enjoy your special moment.
But here's the thing, I'm a lot older than most are when they get married, right? By this point, a lot of my friends and family have all seen plenty of weddings in their lives. So I'd like to throw a wedding that'll be different from all the rest, so they won't become bored or anything.
I suppose you would be thinking about that. That's why I'm never planning on having a wedding or anything else that big.
Oh, you're not going to? Is your boyfriend all right with that choice?
I think so. He's never been into big events that much, especially not hosting them for others. And I'm kind of on the same page as him.
David was saying the same exact thing at first, too. At first, he told me he'd do anything and everything I wanted for things like this. Yet, when we've come this far, and I'm the one doing all the planning for a wedding, he's telling me he never really did want to have one.
Oh my. So the both of you have fought over that?
We did, but we're a lot better about it now. I was able to understand his points of view a little bit better as well, and now we've both calmed down.
You just try your hardest at everything, which gets you really fired up. Well, if there's anything you need help with regarding your wedding, let me know, okay? I can handle anything you need for you.
Really? Aren't you really busy with work right now or something?
What are you talking about? One of my longtime friends is getting married soon, so you're the one that I'd like to help out the most right now.
Thank you so much, Maxine. If there's ever a moment where you're in need of help with anything, you please let me know about it.
You've already done so much for me in the past, so don't you worry about my needs. But when it comes to the day I have to get married, I'm expecting a good present from you. I'm really looking forward to what kinds of gifts you could give me, Gabby. But that won't be for some time still, so don't think too much about it now.
Have you and your boyfriend started to talk about marriage yet, though?
Well, one of my longtime friends is finally getting married now, so I've started to panic about myself a little.
I guess if you were to get married before me, I would get a little worked up about myself. Well, even if you're not having a wedding, please let me celebrate your marriage with you in private. I'll make sure to take us out to a really nice restaurant or something.
And that's something I've already been expecting from you. I'm sorry. I've got to start getting back to work here soon. As for helping you out with your wedding, do you mind if I come out tomorrow night and help?
Sure, that works for me. Just give me a call or text when you're on your way out. I'll make sure to order some dinner for us or something.
Thank you a lot. I'll see you tomorrow then. Good luck with your work and everything as well, all right?
Maxine, what should I do? David still hasn't come to the wedding venue yet. I'm not able to get a hold of him, and both his family and friends are saying they have no clue what happened to him.
Gabby, calm down, please.
I can't, because today is the day of our frickin' wedding. David's little brother even went over to David's place to see what could have happened to him, but he wasn't there either. What am I going to do if he got into an accident or something?
Go and cancel your wedding, please. There can't be all that many guests here yet, right? You need to ask them to have it canceled right now so that you don't upset everyone who comes.
But there's still a chance that David will be here soon.
There's no chance of that.
Why would you say something like that? Maybe he's just gotten into a bit of trouble somewhere and will be a little bit late today.
I don't think that's the case with him. Because currently, David is over here with me, which means he won't be going to that wedding today.
What? Wait, what did you just mean by that?
I just said that David is over here with me in my place. He told me that he wants to get married to me instead of you. With all that being said, you better hurry up and cancel that wedding of yours as soon as possible. You wouldn't want to waste any more of your time or anyone else's time there, right?
Maxine, what are you talking about right now? You're lying about all of that, right? I'm sorry, but right now is not the time to be joking about those things.
The thing is, though, I'm not joking. You really are so dull, Gabby. You never even realized the kind of relationship him and I had with one another.
Are you actually being serious about that?
I am. Him and I have been together for over a year now.
Why? Then why the hell did David even propose to me in the first place? None of this makes any sense right now.
I think at the time he was more in love with you than me, right? But I guess while he'd been meeting with me behind your back, fell further and further in love with me.
I literally don't understand any of this. Why did he ask you to marry him? Was he the one that asked you first? Was he the one that moved on to you first? Don't tell me that he's forcing you to do any of this, right?
You really think I'm being forced to be with him? And when it comes to who started all of this, it was me.
What?
By the way, when it comes to all of your ex-boyfriends, I had relationships with them as well behind your back. I mean, look, my face is much better than yours, right? That's why I just asked them out lightheartedly. They immediately would come to me and become my boyfriends. I'm sorry, but this is just how love works.
How could you? Ever since we were little, you and I have been together as friends. I thought that you and I were so close that we could talk about anything with one another.
Well, that's because we're longtime friends. We both grew up in the same neighborhood, and our parents were close friends with one another. We both heard a lot about one another because our parents would always be talking about one another, right? You could call us longtime friends, but really we were only close because of them.
But even after becoming adults, you and I have hung out together, gone on vacations together. What were all of those things we did together meant to represent?
I just had some free time, and that's why I tagged along with you. And I guess longtime friends can be considered close friends at times. Also, all the rest of your friends were getting off married and doing things like that, right? Which only left you with someone like me, since you probably didn't want to talk about their kids and such.
But to me, I thought of you as my best friend. My best friend who I'd been around all my life.
And that was what makes you such a pure girl. It's because you still see things like that you just had your fiance stolen from you while in your 30s.
Did you and him already have plans to get married when you came out to help me with my wedding? You knew that someday this wedding would have to be canceled?
About that, actually. When I was helping you work on your wedding, I was thinking about what him and I would be doing after getting married. Him and I are planning to move out of the city and away from everyone we know. So actually, while they're all still around, can you tell him's family and friends to all forget about him ever existing for me? I mean, most people will see what we're doing is wrong, right? And that's why we've both been planning on cutting ties to everyone we know.
Do you think that what you're doing is the right thing, Maxine?
Well, what do you think I should be doing? Do you think that if we apologize to everyone for this, they will all forgive us and celebrate our love?
I know that won't happen.
Listen, Gabby, inside of my belly right now is David's baby. So could you please just leave him and I and the love we share alone? Us pregnant women are delicate and shouldn't have to fight over things. Now, I don't think you and I will ever be meeting again, so good luck to you. And thank you so much for introducing me to a man with both a good education and a great job. I think this is the best present that I've ever gotten from you, and I'm so happy because of it. Gabby, you still never went and blocked me after all that happened?
What? Is this you, Maxine?
Yep, it's me again. It has been 10 years now since I last saw you.
And what the hell do you want with me now?
Well, actually, just a second ago I saw you. You were wearing your suit and you were walking down the street, what, right? Well, I laughed when I saw you like that. I know you told me before that you never had any interest in things like brand goods, but you were carrying a very high-end bag in your hand as you walked, right? Since money is the only way you can make yourself look good anymore, you must have really worked hard to get that thing. Are you still single after having your fiance stolen from you a decade ago? Must really suck to be you then.
I have 3 kids now, though.
Huh? You have 3 kids? You really don't have to lie about yourself to me.
I'm not lying about that, though. Remember that it's been a decade now since the last time you and I saw one another.
I get that it's been 10 years now, but no matter how I think about it, there's no way you have 3 kids. Back then you were already in your 30s, so that would mean you had all your kids late, right? Sure, it would be one thing if you had a single kid, but 3 of them is way too much. If you really did find someone else to love and have kids with, that would mean you had some of them in your 40s, right?
2 years after what happened then, I had my first kid.
What?
I never did want to find love again after you had taken David from me, nor did I want to get married. But when I went overseas for work, I ran into a really nice man there. And that started a new chapter in my life with the real man of my dreams.
Oh, I guess you had no chance with anyone from the US. But if you went out to Asia, then I'm sure some man would have bitten.
They're an American, though.
Then are they some kind of a homeless man or something? Or better yet, a failed influencer that got stuck overseas and became homeless? Are you sure you'll be all right with him? I'm sure they only married you for money, of all things.
Not at all, because they're the one making way more money than me. They work for a very large company at the moment and are in a very good position there.
Listen, Gabby, I don't care how tough it is for you to deal with hearing from me again. It's not okay to lie about yourself like that. So please, stop all of that right now. Tell me, where could you find a man that makes a lot of money who is willing to marry a woman who is still single in her 40s? David was your very last chance at having someone decent to marry, and you dropped the ball then, right? There is no way you found anyone better than him since he came with me.
I don't really care if you believe me or not, Maxine, because I am very much happy with the life I have now and don't think that I'll ever be seeing you again.
Yeah, sure. But someone who ends up marrying a man with a lot of money shouldn't be working themselves currently, right? So you give it up trying to act all tough like that right now.
The reason you saw me walking down the street in my suit just a second ago is because I had a meeting with some of the people my husband is involved with for realty.
You used to be so much better put together in the past. But now that you had David stolen from you by me, have you gone completely mad? I'm really sorry about that. But seeing that you're still trying your best at whatever kind of work you're doing, I feel a little bit better now. The only thing you have left after all is work, right?
I really do not care how you misinterpret what I'm saying, but to me it seems like you're not really that happy at all. Like you're giving off this aura of jealousy, and that's why you're wanting to put me down now.
Huh? I'm the one who's a housewife at the moment, and with my kid being so cute and successful, I feel like I'm on top of this world. Just the other day, I was with all of my family on vacation at a 5-star resort on the beach. Ah, that's right. My little girl has a really good-looking face, so pretty soon here, she's going to be starting her modeling career.
Is that right? Glad to hear that. Well, I have some more plans to get to now.
Ah, you still haven't finished with your work yet, huh? Hey, Gabby, here's some advice from someone who has been happily married for the past 10 years. If you were to become a bit more open and honest about yourself, I think you could still find someone who would take you as their wife. If you don't start realizing that soon, you are going to be single for the rest of your life. Now, if you don't want to start losing all chances with not only men, but your friends as well, it's time that you fix that depressing attitude of yours. Have a good one now. Excuse me, Gabby. Are you living in the same exact condo building as my favorite band's vocalist?
Wait, what's this all about?
Hey, I'm asking you whether or not you're living in that condo building right now.
I don't know who that vocalist is that you're talking about right now, and even if I did know who they are and where they're living, I wouldn't want to tell you anything about me.
So wait, are you living in a large condo building right now, though?
I have no reason to answer a question like that for you, right? What the hell is all of this even about? It's not like someone of your type would believe what I have to say anyway.
I had a look at your Instagram account. I couldn't see your face or anything in the post, but it was a post of you with an old dog of yours. You posted that not too long ago, right?
And what does my post have to do with anything?
So you really are living up there. You really did get married to a man with a lot of money.
I never married him because of the money he has, though.
And you do really have 3 kids at the moment?
I told you that before. That's what I said before you replied with more rude things about my life and I.
I just assumed that you were trying so hard to act all tough.
Unlike someone else here with me, I never ever lie about myself or others.
Gabby, I was actually wanting to apologize to you the last time I reached out.
No, you're lying about that, right? I thought you were just trying to fight with me again because that's literally how you started off the whole conversation and ended it.
I'm sorry about that too. I was just jealous of seeing you walking around with that high-end bag in hand. I know that a lot of what I said to you then was not nice of me. Not nice at all.
So I wasn't wrong about the aura you were giving off then. Why though? Why are you so jealous of me? You told me yourself that you're on top of the world right now with David and your daughter, right? And you said that you and your family all went to stay at a 5-star resort on the beach, right? And that your daughter is about to start modeling now, right?
That was all a lie. I'm currently living in a really old and rundown apartment, and I don't actually have any children.
Really? So you were never able to give birth to that baby?
No, both of David's parents stole my baby from me. Things were all fine and dandy after getting married and while I was carrying out kids, but soon after that, it was discovered that David had been embezzling money from his company, and he lost his job there. I then got all stressed out because of that and stopped taking care of our baby for some time. And not long after that, when his parents found out what had been going on, they came and took my baby. Now both of his parents are the ones raising her.
I feel so bad for your kid.
Well, currently, she is still with them and living a really good life under their caring eyes. I don't think she even knows who David and I are. When all that started to happen, I was going on 40, and there wasn't a single thing that I could do. And now I am still with David, married and all, but every single day is so difficult for us. David is having such a hard time finding good work for himself, and I'm trying my best in my part-time job, but every time I get paid, that money gets used up immediately. At this point in time, I have no idea what I should be doing anymore.
Is that so? Well, as long as you just sit there crying about it, nothing is going to change and life will forever be difficult for you. So the only thing I can really say to you is to try your best. Now, I have plans for brunch with my family, so I am really sorry to have to say this at such timing, but could you stop texting me now? The only reason I ever forgot to block you anyway was because so many other things had happened that I completely forgot to, and that's how you were able to get in touch with me again a month ago.
Wait a second. If you're going out to eat with your family now, that means your husband is with you currently, right?
He is?
Your husband is working for a really good company currently, right? Can you guys figure out a way to get David a job there? Or could you at least have your husband get him in touch with another company which is hiring?
Not happening, Maxine. I'm sorry, but with the education and work experience that David is lacking, I'm not sure any of the companies my husband knows would hire him. And what even makes you think that I'd want to do something like that for the both of you monsters in the first place? Don't tell me that you've already forgotten what you all did to me in the past. Or have you?
I think back then I was a real idiot. Because I ran off with your fiance on your wedding day, I lost all of my family, my friends, and everyone. There is not a single person for me to rely on now. Both David and I have only one person left, and that's you, Gabby. Please, I'm sure that if the company is good enough, David will do everything that he can to go work there.
Even if you lost all your friends and family back then, it's been 10 years now, which means you've had to have made new friends since then, right? Maybe you don't, though, because you never bothered to care about anyone besides yourself, and that's why you're all alone?
If nothing happens to help us out here, then we won't be able to carry on much longer.
So what you're telling me is that you don't think the both of you can do anything else for yourself? Maybe you can't do anything else because you don't care to. Isn't it David's fault that he's not working another job right now? And if you're lacking money at the moment, isn't that because you guys aren't working together to save any of it? I'm sure that things don't become easier as you get older, but if you both were to go out and actually try when it comes to finding good jobs, then I'm sure you'd find something and would be just fine right now.
I'm really sorry. I'm so sorry for having stabbed you in the back and broken your heart.
It's way too late for you to be apologizing about all of that now, you know. Also, I'm happy with the life I have now because of what happened back then, so I don't need your apologies.
And to me, the only one I could trust and rely on the most was you, Gabby, my longtime best friend.
I thought you said to me back then that we were only friends because of our parents' relationship, right?
I was just jealous of you all back in the time because of how amazing of a life you were able to make for yourself. That's why I had to start thinking about ways to get my own relationships and stuff. I thought that by stealing David from you and marrying him, I had finally gotten my chance to be happy like you. But now I'm aware of just how wrong I was for doing that.
Maxine, if you're aware that what you did was wrong, then you should stop trying to talk with me now. Please. There's no trust between you and I anymore. All because you came in and destroyed everything.
Gabby, please help me. I don't want to get any older in the state that I'm currently in. I want to start over one last time and make things right for myself.
I'm really sorry, Maxine, but I no longer care about the person you've become. So no matter how much you apologize to me now, it's not going to give you back the relationship we had, and I won't be able to help you.
I'm so very sorry. Until you feel that you can forgive me for what I've done, I will get on my hands and knees and apologize to you. Please don't abandon me like this.
It was the both of you who went and abandoned me 10 years ago, right? Pretty soon here, I'm going to be moving overseas with my husband and 3 kids. which means that I really don't think you and I will ever be seeing one another again. I will never forgive you for having stolen my fiance and running off like you both did. But at this point in time, I am thankful for what you did. Thank you so much for taking that embezzling freak out of my sight and marrying him for me. I like to think that a part of the reason I'm so happy now is because of all of the horrible things you did back then. Thank you so very much for sacrificing your future in such a way that all the happiness you did have came back to me and made me as successful as I am now.
Gabby, please don't go. Gabby, please. David and I need you to just help us out a little bit. Gabby, come on.
From there, I noticed that on some of my posts, Maxine was attacking me with really rude and inappropriate comments, saying things about how I was some kind of a corrupt person, that not only was I avoiding giving her and David any help, but was also the one behind why he had to embezzle money from his company in the past. Of course, a lot of the lies were easy to ignore, but others did cause some stir when it came to the others who read them, and that made me start to feel a bit uncomfortable about her. I talked with a lawyer about it, and they told me that the best course of action was to block her and then start a new account to see if I could ignore all that she'd done. But by the time I took action, a lot of damage had already been done, and a ton of my followers had left me, and I had rumors going around me amongst all of my friends. But at that point, my lawyer said we could sue her for what she'd done, and when I had sent the settlement papers to Maxine, her and David both told me they were already in debt and couldn't pay up. It was so bad that David even started to apologize for me for everything that he'd done in the past and everything that Maxine had done recently. He then went on about how he would leave her and come back to me if I would just be willing to support him some, but of course that's not happening when I already have a family of my own and I really hate his guts. So after he continued to try calling me over and over and over again, wanting to apologize and beg some more, I blocked his number as well and deleted everything and anything that had to do with the both of them. I really do feel that those two are completely helpless and will lose their apartment soon, too, before becoming homeless. Of course, I was never going to forgive them in any way, and after a few weeks had gone by and I asked my lawyer to check up on them again, I was told that they had both gotten a divorce and had gone separate ways. With nobody knowing their whereabouts, it's most likely that they'll be gone for good, and we will never have to worry about them coming back. And of course, with me moving overseas now, there's really no way Maxine will be able to find me again. I'm sure that things are going to be even tougher for Maxine now after the divorce and having to run away again, but that's what happens when you act like a child in your 40s. I'm not sure what she's going to be able to do to pick herself up out of the mess she's in, but to make her suffer is my wanted outcome for her. As for myself right now, I'm still with my husband, who is semi-retired at the moment, and my children, who are all doing just fine. Being overseas means that a lot of things are different for us now, but I can tell that all of my kids like it here in Europe a lot better than the US. I know a lot of tough things had happened to me in the past, but because of them, and all the people that stood by me and helped, I have a wonderful life now. I'm never going to forget about the appreciation I have for everyone and will continue looking forward to what the future holds for both my family and I. And while time continues to move on, I'm going to continue working and making sure that I too can retire early with my husband in another 10 years or so. Thank you for watching and listening. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Also, feel free to leave a comment about what you thought of the story. We look forward to seeing you at the next story.
Hey, Lena. How are you doing? How's your new workplace? Have you gotten used to working there?
Oh, hello, Hannah. How have you been doing? Actually, I was just thinking of contacting you as well. Yes, thanks to everything, I have gotten used to this workplace.
Oh, really? That's great to hear. Do you think you can continue working at this company? Because I know that you had many concerns about your relationships with your colleagues at your previous company. Do you think everything will work out for you at your new company?
Yeah, I think it'll be okay because at this moment there aren't any people who seem to be troublesome like before. And the people working here are humorous and joke around a lot, so it's a really comfortable environment to work at. Though I do suppose there might be issues that I realize after working here for a while. But anyway, I'm happy that my team gave me a warm welcome.
Well, that's great to know. Because I do remember you said before that You thought that the working environment seemed to be bad just right after you joined your previous company. So I'm relieved to know that your first impression of your new workplace was actually good this time.
Actually, my boss is a really nice person. He supports not only my job, but also offers me mental support as well. So it's a really comfortable environment to work at.
Really? Well then, I guess this job transfer was a big success for you. I'm so glad that you chose a good company and everything is going well for you.
Yeah, I'm grateful for that too. I just want to thank you for giving me advice and supporting me when I consulted you about my job transfer. I'm really glad I consulted you about everything.
Well, I hope I was able to give you some helpful advice.
Yeah, it was just perfect. Because as you're a senior with a successful working career, you probably have so much experience that I can learn from. So you gave me such useful advice, and I can't thank you enough about that.
Although, all I actually did was give you advice. I'm glad it was helpful to you in some way.
I'm just so happy to become family with you, and I'm so thankful to have such a reliable sister now. I was always worried about my brother because he would make so many mistakes in his life, but I guess he made the right choice about choosing his wife. That's one thing that I can appreciate my brother for doing. Though I'm happy that you've joined our family, honestly, I still think you're too good for my brother.
Too good for him? Isn't that a poor thing to say to him? Of course, I know that he may be a little ditzy sometimes, but you don't have to be so modest about your brother. Because even if he seems to be like that, there are actually a lot of good points about him, you know? And I know you realize that about your brother too.
But you're definitely more independent and reliable than he is.
Well, I guess it probably seems like that because I'm just older than him. I'm actually 3 years older than him, you know?
But I think that my brother should appreciate the fact of being able to marry you, because I do think you're the type of person that my brother doesn't deserve to be with. You're such a good person.
No, you're exaggerating too much about this. But if there's anything I can do, I will definitely support you. So just ask me anytime you want. And as you said, I am a senior with some working experience, so you can definitely continue to rely on me.
Thank you so much, Hannah, but I've always been thinking, aren't you being too nice to people?
Being too nice? No, I'm not. What kind of concern is that?
Because nice people usually suffer loss, so I'm worried about you. People like my brother will probably become spoiled with you being so nice and doing everything for him. So I'm just worried. Isn't my brother just using you to his own advantage?
No, don't worry. Because I don't feel like he's using me to his advantage.
But isn't my brother relying on you too much in the first place? Because I know that he actually caused you trouble the other day.
Oh, really? I don't actually remember what that was, though.
You know that there was a company event at my brother's work last month, right? And I know you went to that event too. But I heard that my brother suddenly told you about the event just one day before. I seriously can't believe he can do that.
Oh, about that. Now I remember. Yeah, he actually told me that families were also welcome to come to that event a day before that. That was actually brought up so suddenly and was surprising.
Of course it's too sudden, and I heard that there was even a dress code at the event. I can't believe he would just tell you on the day before the event, because he should realize that women need more time to prepare for things for these events. He just needs to be more considerate about you.
But luckily, since I had the day off from work, I was able to go to the event. Though I did have to cancel my other plans to attend the event.
No, it's not like my brother can be forgiven about this because you just had the day off from work, because that's just like an elementary school child saying that tomorrow is the parent-teacher observation day on the day before. He is a full-grown adult, so he should be more responsible about these things.
Yeah, I guess you're right. I do admit that was pretty inconsiderate of him. Thanks for being angry for me.
Well, it's because you're always so nice and don't seem to get angry at all. Actually, do you get upset with things too? Because I've never seen you like that before, and I can't imagine you getting so emotional.
Of course I do get angry. I'm a human that has feelings as well, you know.
Really? Is that true? That's really hard to believe. Then I do think that you should show your true emotions more to the people around you, because I assume people aren't noticing that.
But come to think of it, that company event wasn't just a horrible incident for me, because I actually enjoyed talking to my husband's colleagues there.
Wow, you really are a nice person to be able to think like that. If I'd done the same thing, I would probably bring up that complaint for a few decades.
It really was a nice opportunity, and I did enjoy the event. And I had a chance to get along with my husband's teammates as well. We even exchanged our contacts.
What? You actually exchanged contacts? I don't think wives would usually go that far to get along with their husband's colleagues, but...
Oh, don't worry, because it's not anything suspicious. I just decided to exchange contacts because she was a young girl.
Oh, no, please don't get me wrong. Of course, it's not like I'm worried and suspicious about anything. But whoever it is, I still do think people don't actually go that far and exchange their contacts in that kind of situation, though.
Well, actually, she was the one who asked me my contact, so I just couldn't refuse to that. Since she wanted to have a barbecue party sometime soon, I guess she just wanted to get in touch with me just for that.
Well, I guess that young girl was also attracted to your generous character as well. Like I did, actually.
Well, I'm not so sure about that, but if that was really the reason she asked me, then it would make me happy, though.
I'm pretty sure that's why she did, so I can understand that she wants to get along with you. But I'm just so sure that there is definitely no young girl out there who wouldn't like you. Hello, Miss Brown. I'm sorry to send you a text so late at night. I'm Michelle Thomas, the teammate of your husband at his company, and I believe we exchanged contacts the other day at the company event.
Oh, hello. Thank you so much for the other day. I had a great time and enjoyed talking to you.
Oh, thank you. I enjoyed talking to you as well, and I'm grateful that your husband is always supportive to me at work. By the way, I actually contacted you to tell you that, as we went out drinking with our team members today, it seems that your husband just drank alcohol too much, and...
Oh, I see. So I guess my husband is dead drunk now, right?
Unfortunately, that's right. I'm so sorry. As for now, I just put him in a taxi and we're headed off to your house at this moment, so we should be arriving there soon.
Oh, I'm sorry to cause you so much trouble about my husband.
Oh, no problem at all.
I will definitely scold him when he gets home. I appreciate you taking care of him all the way home.
No, this is the least I can do because he's the one who's always supporting me.
But since it's so late at night, I suppose last train has already ended, right? Are you going to be able to safely head home in this situation? I'm so sorry to have caused you so much trouble so late at night.
After I send him off to your house, I'll go home by taxi, so don't worry at all.
Oh, I'm so sorry about that. I will absolutely pay for the taxi fee as well. Of course, for the distance up to your house, Miss Thomas.
No, please don't mind about that, because it's the same direction as my home as well, so I was going to pay for it anyway.
But no, I definitely can't let you pay for this, since my husband is your boss, so I will give it to you when you arrive, so please do accept it.
Well, all right then. Thank you so much for your kindness.
No, it's rather the fee for my husband causing all this trouble to you. I suppose no one would want to take care of such a drunk boss, especially for a young woman like you.
No, I was actually the one who said that I'll take him home, so please don't mind, because I really don't think this is any trouble.
I guess you really are in a trustworthy relationship with my husband. Thank you so much for caring about him.
Well, actually, I think it's more like respect than caring for him, because even though I'm just a contract employee, your husband treats me in the same way as other permanent employees at work. As some people just look down on me because I'm a contract employee, how he shows respect towards me really made me so happy, and I'm so thankful for that.
Oh, really? Is that so? I'm so surprised to hear that about him since I didn't really know how he is like that at his workplace. But it is good to know that he is building a trustworthy relationship with all of his teammates.
And honestly, I don't think this is just about trust, because I want you to know that he is actually quite popular among the young women employees at our office, too.
Really? I can't believe that. Is that true?
Yes, it is. So I think you should be more concerned about your husband, too, because I heard that you're actually old and are already in your mid-30s now, right?
Oh, well, yes, that's right. I guess I'm just an old woman. I do have to admit that compared to other younger people like you.
Well, you should know that all the young women at our office that actually have feelings for your husband are all so young and are also in their early 20s. And they are all attractive women that you can't beat if you seriously try to go against them. You absolutely have no chance of winning within those women, so I think you should definitely be more cautious.
Well, I'm not so sure about that. I actually haven't met those women, so you don't know that I actually can't beat them. But I'm just curious, what makes you say that?
Well, I'm just saying that as his wife, you've already passed the expiration date as a woman, right? Because a woman's value is all about youth. Don't tell me that you think you actually still have value as a woman, because I assume you've already lost that much earlier.
Oh, well, I'm so surprised. Because this is the first time I've actually been said something like that by someone.
So what I'm trying to say is, don't try to be overconfident just because you're his wife.
All right. I will keep that in mind. Well, I guess you are pretty drunk now as well, Miss Thomas.
What? I'm obviously not drunk.
No, I know that you must be absolutely drunk, so I will just try to forget about this conversation we had today.
I just heard from my parents that my brother just fell ill. So can you please come to the hospital as soon as possible? I just sent you the hospital's address by text right now, so can you please check it?
What did you just say? My husband just collapsed.
It seems that someone at his office tried calling you but couldn't get a hold of you.
Oh, really? Well, that's because unfortunately my phone battery ran out while I was outside. So I didn't notice any of the calls. But thanks for letting me know. I'm heading to the hospital right away. So could you wait a moment? And by the way, what actually did happen to my husband? Is it something serious? And is he going to be all right?
Actually, I also just arrived at the hospital, so I'm not sure about his current condition either, but anyway, you should definitely come to the hospital immediately.
Yeah, all right. I'm heading there now, so I should be there soon.
Hey, wait. Oh my God! I can't believe what I'm seeing. There's a young woman here, and she is holding my brother's hand.
What? Who is that woman?
I don't know. I don't think I recognize her, so maybe someone at his office came here to stay with him? But it just feels so awkward to go in and talk to them now.
Seriously, holding hands? If she was a colleague, would you actually do something like that? I suppose you have to be really intimate to do such a thing.
I just have a really weird feeling about this. Well, because with them holding their hands, honestly, they actually look like a couple in a relationship.
What? Do they look like they are that close? I'm sorry, but can you just try asking that woman her name? I'm so sorry to ask you something so troublesome, but I'm getting concerned. And you know, she actually might be able to tell us how the situation was when he fell ill.
All right, I will. Hey, I just asked her. The name of that young woman is Michelle Thomas. Are you familiar with that name?
Oh, yeah, I am. She's actually my husband's teammate.
And she was also saying something strange to me, too. Like his wife doesn't have to come because I will take care of him here at the hospital. She even gave me the strange look when I introduced myself as being his little sister.
What? Of course, I'm going there immediately to see my husband right now. I wonder what she's thinking.
Well, to me, it looks like she's pretending to be my brother's wife. So should I just make her leave the room since my parents are coming here soon?
No, wait, can you leave her there? Because I'm going there immediately and won't talk to her anyway.
Excuse me? Why do I have to be kicked out of the room? Hey, don't fool around with me.
That's because you made such a loud noise in the hospital. Miss Thomas, I'm so thankful that you took care of my husband and stayed by his side up to now. But from now on, can you just leave everything to us as our family will take care of him?
But I don't think that you're going to be much help to him if you just stay by his side. Because don't you understand that I'm the one who's loved by him the most? So I'm definitely the one who he needs to be with now.
What kind of relationship are you in with my husband?
Oh, we're actually going out together. And we're even planning to get married sometime soon.
What? So you're saying that you were having an affair with him?
Hey, don't use that term. This is not an affair. Because then it'll sound like I'm the second hand. Your husband loves me the most, and we're in a serious relationship.
But do you remember? I'm his wife, you know.
So what if you are his wife? Because I don't really care. I assume that he's going out with me right now because he's already bored of you. I'm going to take care of him, so can you just go back home and leave everything to me? I'm his family, after all.
Well, I'm surprised that you were so confident about yourself. But don't you understand that you're not going to be able to force yourself, though, to be with my husband? Because my husband's parents and his little sister are with him at the hospital right now. So unfortunately, there is no place for you.
You know what? You are so insane, but so is his little sister. What was her rude attitude towards me just a while ago? She just looked at me as if she was seeing something filthy. I can't believe she can be so disrespectful towards her future sister-in-law.
Unfortunately, I don't think you'll be welcomed as her sister-in-law by his family anyway. Because the sister is sitting right next to me now being furious about you, saying I can't believe that insane woman.
Huh? How can she say such a thing? I am the woman who was chosen by her brother, you know. So she should accept the situation no matter what she thinks about me.
Well, whatever you say. Since I haven't heard anything from my husband yet, I need to ask and hear what he has to say about this relationship with you.
Are you saying that you're not believing me? This is absolutely a fact.
If this affair was a fact, why did you go all the way to approach me? You were the one who came to me and asked me to exchange contacts. Why did you want to know my contact anyway if you knew I was his wife?
That's because I wanted to observe what kind of person his wife was from close by. And I guess I wanted to feel a sense of superiority against you, too. I really enjoyed sending texts to you, thinking what a fool you are, knowing nothing about our relationship.
Well, at least I did notice that. You were making fun of me through those text messages. Because you were so rude calling me an old woman. That was so desperate of you not being able to even hide your hostile feelings while sending text messages to me.
Anyway, I don't care what you say because I'm the one who's loved by him the most. If I were sitting right next to him when he actually wakes up, then that should make him really happy. And I don't think that he would even want to see your face at all. So if you do care about him, can you just go home and leave us alone?
And just letting you know that my husband is now awake.
Really? Oh, so how's he doing? Is he all right? Oh, I'm so relieved. I'm heading to the hospital right away, so you better let me see him. I can't wait to see him because he should be so happy when he sees my face.
Well, I actually want to talk to you about that. Because I had a chance to talk to my husband about this, and unfortunately, it seems that he doesn't actually like you at all. So you don't need to worry and have to come here to visit him at all.
Huh? What are you saying? Oh, I get it. You're saying this to me because you're trying to break us apart, aren't you? Whatever you say or do, that's going to be impossible, because I am never breaking up with your husband.
Actually, my husband didn't even quite remember your name either, so I don't think you actually were in a serious relationship with him. Or at least that's what my husband thought about you.
What? That can't be possible.
It's actually true. When I asked him about you, at first he was like, "Who is that?" Unfortunately, he barely remembered you. And though he did admit about sleeping with you, he didn't think that you two were going out and having a relationship.
No, that's a complete lie. He said that I was the prettiest girl in the whole world. He even said that he wanted to be with me forever.
Well, unfortunately, it seems that you were not the only woman he had an affair with. There were plenty of other names that he mentioned, so I guess he kept on saying those words to everyone as well. And you were actually just one of those women he chose to kill time.
What? He was just killing time with me? And I was just only one of those women? How am I supposed to believe that?
I know that my husband is completely wrong to make a lead on you, but you were also wrong to even lay hands on my husband knowing that he was married, right? You also went ahead and said really rude things directly to me. So I just can't forgive you for that, so you're just going to have to compensate for all of this.
So what are you actually going to do?
I'm going to claim for consolation fees from you, and will report about this affair to your company. I remember, you were a contract employee, right? Well then, I suppose your employment agency will have to force you to quit your job, because causing such a trouble at the workplace is definitely a contract violation.
No. Hey, you've got to wait. You're saying that I can't get married to him and getting my money taken and even losing my job? Oh, don't do this to me.
Well, that's what it takes to have an affair. And it's definitely too late to regret about that. Because I assume you were determined to take those risks when you laid your hands on my husband, right?
Well, that's because I thought we were going to get married. If I can get married to him, I don't care if I have to pay money or lose everything. But if that's not going to happen, then this is all just meaningless.
If you had just been quiet about this, you may have been able to hide this from at least me, you know? Then you didn't have to lose your money and job, and I would have been the only one to be fooled by this. So I guess it was just a big, stupid mistake for you to get so greedy not being able to control your feelings.
No, but I can't just let this happen. Let me talk to him now. I'm sure he'll understand and remember our relationship once we talk about this.
Well, I can't let you meet him now so that you can do that after he gets out of the hospital. You know he's still patient hospitalized trying to recover, so he needs more time. But when my husband gets out of the hospital, we will start processing things, so you should be prepared for that.
Be prepared for what?
Of course, for a lawsuit. If you want to reduce the amount of consolation fees, then you should bring a good lawyer. And you should start preparing for yourself too, because you're going to become unemployed. As I was betrayed by my own husband, I know I don't have the right to say these things, but I actually have one advice for you as an older woman. Just remember, men who are married and have an affair with young women are just so pathetic. So you need to be strong and brace yourself, never to believe those sweet words from men. After that, my husband just refused to meet that woman and didn't even try to have a discussion with her. Eventually, she was forced to quit her job and was claimed for consolation fees from me as well. And though I'm not so sure if that was the reason, but it seems that she cut off her relationship with my husband and moved back to her hometown. However, it seems that she got mentally ill heavily after that, so I actually have no idea what she is doing now. As for me, I started living separately with my husband and tried discussing about our marriage after that. But as I just couldn't forgive his betrayal towards me, we eventually went through a divorce. And even after that, my husband continued to get into trouble with other women, which led even to police matters several times. Feeling despair in my husband going through all of this, his family cut off their relationship with him as well. As my husband's sin in my relationship with his family is a completely different matter, I'm still getting along and continuing my relationship with my sister-in-law. I do remember that my sister-in-law said to me that I was too kind to people before. So, as she said, that may be why my husband started taking advantage of me, because I was being so kind. I do regret that I should have paid more attention to what my sister-in-law was trying to say to me at that time, and should have taken this more seriously. I guess I am sometimes too kind to people, and I've probably lost many opportunities and had to suffer from that too. Though I've learned a lot through this incident, I will make sure to be more careful and to not be too considerate about relationships from now on. Thank you for watching Peep Talk videos. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to this channel. Also, feel free to leave any comments. Please visit us again to check the next video. Good morning, Jeremy. Oh wait, it's the evening over there, isn't it? No matter how many times you tell me, I can never remember what time it is over there.
It's the evening, Mom. You got it right. What's up?
I just wanted to thank you for the lovely tea that you sent me. I've always wondered how Japanese teas taste, and it's positively delightful.
I'm glad you like it. That was the first thing that went through my mind when my company told me they were sending me here for a conference. I can finally get Mom the tea that she wanted.
You are such a wonderful boy. So tell me, how's the conference going?
It's going great. I won't bore you with insider jargon, but I've learned a ton over here that I'll definitely be able to put to use when I get back.
And you'll be home in 2 weeks, yes?
That's right. The conference is going on all this week, and next week we'll be doing some workshops with other international firms.
I'm glad to hear you're enjoying yourself, but I wish you were coming home sooner. Your wife is pregnant after all. It must be terrible for her to be at home all by her lonesome while her husband is on the opposite side of the planet. Can't you come home any earlier to be with her?
Trust me, Mom, I'd give anything to be with her right now. If it weren't for her being pregnant, I had half a mind to bring her along with me. But it's work. I think she understands. Anyway, how is Mindy doing right now? You're at our house, aren't you? I thought you said you were going to come by and visit today.
Mindy's the same as ever. She's still feeling terribly ill, apparently. She woke up earlier this morning, went to the bathroom, and went straight back to bed. She's been there ever since. I was just about to do a little bit of cleaning for her and be on my way. I bet it will be much easier for her to rest without her mother-in-law in the house.
Wow, so the morning sickness is still hitting her pretty hard, huh? I messaged her earlier to ask how she was feeling, and she just responded with one word: awful. Do you know if she's eaten anything today? I know she was so sick yesterday that she couldn't keep anything down at all.
As far as I'm aware, she hasn't eaten anything today either. I've been doing my best to make foods that agree with her, but I'm going easy on the spices and focusing mostly on organic vegetables and easy-to-digest meals. But it looks like she hasn't touched what I brought her yesterday. Whatever am I going to do with her? It's been 3 months now. When is this morning sickness going to stop?
Hopefully soon, but no one can say for sure. Her doctor told her that there are some women who keep dealing with morning sickness right up until the birth.
Up until the birth? I've never heard of such a thing. I never dealt with much morning sickness at all, and all of my friends got over theirs within a few months.
Wow, really? Huh, that's a little concerning to hear. I wish there was something I could do for her. Being on the literal opposite side of the globe from my sick wife really sucks.
Then do whatever you can for her. Right now, with you out of the country, that might just mean being there to listen to her. What she needs the most from you right now is likely just a listening ear. You'll be back in a few weeks, and once you get home, you can make up for the time you've been away from her. I had better not hear that she's washed even a single dish while you're around to do it for her.
Trust me, Mom, I plan to do just that.
In the meantime, however, I wish I could find something that she could eat without issue. Lately, about the only things she's been able to keep down are fruit juice and plain slices of toast. That's nothing but a load of carbohydrates. She needs to get much better nutrition than that. She's not just feeding herself. She's got to provide proper nourishment to the baby as well.
But still, what good is it for her to shove food down her throat when it's just gonna come right back up anyway? It's not gonna stay inside her stomach long enough for any of the food to get digested.
Well, she's got to figure something out. You would be shocked to see how much weight she's lost since you've been away. It seems like every time I come to see her, she's gotten skinnier. But her belly should only be getting bigger at this point. If this keeps going, she runs a risk of doing some serious damage to the baby's health.
Yeah, I understand that, and I'm definitely worried about both her and the baby, just as much as you are. But from what her doctor says, at this point it's fine for her to just eat whatever she's able to eat. Right now that's fruit juice and toast. I don't know, it might be a lot of carbs, but there's plenty of good vitamins and minerals in fruit juice, right? Plus, they're giving her an IV drip whenever she goes in for a checkup, so I think we can be confident that they're taking care of her. She'll be fine, we just need to keep an eye on her is all.
An IV? That nonsense isn't going to keep her well nourished. She needs to eat. And let me tell you something, Jeremy. You don't understand the first thing about a pregnant woman's body. You're a man. I, however, am a woman who's given birth before, and that's precisely why I'm so concerned about her. So I don't want to hear any flippant, she'll be fine talk coming out of you, young man.
Mom, I'm almost 30. You can stop calling me young man. And I totally get what you're saying about me not having any personal experience with it, but most of what I'm saying is coming straight from Mindy's mouth.
She's no expert either. This is her first pregnancy. This is something that you can only come to understand once you've done it yourself. That's why I tell her to take what those silly doctors are telling her with a grain of salt. She needs to eat, Jeremy. That's the only way for her to have a healthy baby.
I totally get it and appreciate your concern, but I want you to understand that Mindy is doing her best, Mom. So please don't be too hard on her about eating, okay? She'll eat what she can when she can. I'm sure there are a lot of things that you know better than the doctors, too. So I'd really appreciate it if you would answer any questions or concerns she might have about pregnancy stuff.
Pregnancy stuff?
You get what I mean.
Don't worry. I'll tell her everything she needs to know about all of that pregnancy stuff. Those doctors and their fancy diplomas don't have anything on the good old-fashioned first-hand experience of a mother.
Thanks, Mom. I can't tell you enough how grateful I am that you're there for Mindy. Oh, and by the way, if you wouldn't mind terribly, could you share some of that tea with Mindy? It might be a nice break from all the fruit juice to have a relaxing cup of tea. You might want to let her smell the tea bags first, though. I'd hate for you to make a cup of tea that she can't drink.
That's a delightful idea. I'll do that the next time I'm over. She's sleeping now, though, so I feel like I shouldn't wake her up.
Yeah, that's totally fine. Thanks again, Mom. You're a real lifesaver. Hey, Mindy, Mom tells me that you've been able to keep more food down lately. That's great to hear.
Yeah, it wasn't too long ago that all I could eat in a meal was a slice of toast. Now I'm able to eat 2 slices of toast, and sometimes even put a little jam on it. So I've gone from eating nothing but a little bit of carbs to a bit more carbs. Isn't that wonderful?
Hey, don't be too hard on yourself. Like the doc said, whatever you're able to eat is fine.
Yeah, I know that's what he said. But I mean, is it really okay for me to keep eating like this?
Well, I don't know if this means much coming from me, seeing as I'm neither a doctor nor a mother. But if you try and force yourself to eat something that's too much for you, it's all just gonna come right back out, isn't it? In my admittedly non-expert opinion, it seems like constantly throwing up is worse for the body than keeping food down with suboptimal nutrition. So yeah, don't think too much about it. All that's gonna do is cause you a lot of stress, and you've already got plenty of that.
Thanks, Jeremy. I'm sorry. I think all the morning sickness is messing with my emotions. I miss you so much.
I miss you too, and don't worry, I'll be home in a week. Tell me, is there anything else bothering you besides the morning sickness?
I guess I just kind of feel bad for your mom.
Oh, did something happen between you two?
No, it's not that something happened. It's just that she's been coming over here almost every day since you've been away, and she always brings me some food that she cooked especially for me. But I keep telling her that she doesn't need to do that since I can't eat anything. All that food's gonna go to waste, not to mention the time she spends preparing it. But it doesn't seem like she's getting the message.
You know, she said she was trying to adjust her cooking so you could eat it. Do you want me to talk to her for you?
Yeah, kinda. But at the same time, I feel really bad about it. My parents passed away while I was a baby, so I never really knew what it was like to have a mother or a father. And that's why it's been so nice to have your mom being so kind to me. It really sucks having to tell her no every time. So yeah, I would appreciate it if you could tell her for me.
Okay, I'll tell her the next chance I get then.
I'll do my best to stay healthy though. I've got to make sure this baby grows as big and as strong as possible.
You're already doing more than enough, Mindy. Don't push yourself, okay?
Don't worry, I won't. Uh-oh, my stomach's feeling funny again. Gotta go.
Oh, geez, not again. I'm sorry I can't do more for you from over here. Once I get back, I'm gonna wait on you hand and foot, you hear me?
I'm gonna hold you to that promise. I love you, Jeremy. Have fun in your boring conferences.
I love you too. Have fun hugging the toilet.
Jeremy, are you there? We need to talk. It's urgent.
Yeah, I'm here. What is it? Is something wrong with Mindy?
Are you sitting down?
Mom, you're scaring me now. Just tell me what's going on.
Mindy is gone, dear.
Gone? What do you mean gone?
I mean, she's no longer with us, Jeremy. She's gone.
No, that's impossible.
I know it must be hard to believe, but I saw it with my own eyes.
What the hell is that supposed to mean?
Jeremy, Mindy took her own life.
What? No. No way! She would never do that! Never! Not my Mindy. God, no, not my Mindy. What the hell happened? You saw her take her own life?
Mindy was feeling down, so I offered to take her for a drive along the seashore. You know, that road that runs along a cliff above the water. She told me she wanted to get out for a moment and stretch her legs, so I pulled into a parking area. And before I could do or say anything, she ran over to the side of the cliff and jumped.
What? Why didn't you stop her? You could have grabbed her, done something.
I told you, Jeremy. It all happened too fast for me to react. When she jumped, I was so shocked that I couldn't even move. When I came to my senses and went back to my car to call the police, I found a letter from her in the back seat. She wrote that the pregnancy was too much for her to bear and that she couldn't take it anymore.
You're lying!
I'm not lying, Jeremy.
I don't believe you! It's not true!
I am so sorry. I couldn't stop her.
That doesn't make any sense. I don't believe any of it. You're wrong!
Jeremy, I watched the water below for several minutes to see if she would come back up, but she never did.
But you didn't see her body, right? That means there's still a chance she's alive.
I told you, I already contacted the police. Then shortly after and told me that there was virtually no chance that she had survived.
I'm getting on the first plane back home.
I understand. Let me know when you book your flight home. I'll come to pick you up at the airport.
Mindy, Why? I don't understand. Why didn't you tell me you were suffering so much? God damn it, why am I even bothering to text you? I need to accept reality. You're never coming back.
Jeremy, help me.
Mindy, you're alive?
For now, yeah. But someone's gotta pull me up off of this ledge. The waves are starting to get higher.
But I don't understand. My mom said that you jumped off of a cliff right in front of her.
No, she pushed me off of that cliff, and I landed on a ledge about 10 feet below the road.
Wait, she pushed you? Why?
We can talk about that later, but the short version is I think she's always secretly hated me.
Oh my God! Then how did you survive? She said she watched, but you never came out of the water.
She didn't even wait to make sure I hit the water. I heard her drive away just a few seconds after she pushed me. I guess she didn't know about that ledge, but thank God. I landed pretty hard on my butt, but I think I'm okay. I could probably stand up if I tried, but this ledge is so narrow that I don't want to risk standing up.
Thank God, indeed. I'm so glad you're okay. And the baby? Is the baby all right?
My stomach feels fine, so I'm pretty sure the baby is okay. But I still want to get checked out at the hospital as soon as somebody comes by to pull me up off this freaking ledge.
I can't call them from over here. I'm out of the country. Can't you dial 911?
Oh yeah, I can. Sorry, I was so shocked by everything that happened I kind of blanked out. All I was thinking about was you and our baby.
Okay, we'll call the police right away. I guess Mom didn't actually call them. What the hell is going on? But that conversation can wait. God, I'm so glad you're okay, Mindy. I'm boarding my plane home in just a few hours.
You got a ticket already.
I bought one the second my mom told me you had died. Mindy, this is very important. When you talk to the police, tell them not to contact my mom under any circumstances. I don't want Mom finding out you're alive until after I get back. Let me know what hospital you get taken to. I'll head straight there as soon as my plane lands.
Okay, I'll do that. I'm gonna call the police now. I love you, Jeremy. Hurry home.
Jeremy, what's going on? Is everything all right? I've been trying to get a hold of you since yesterday, but I haven't heard a peep out of you. Please, Jeremy, tell me you haven't done anything so foolish as to follow in Mindy's footsteps. I already lost my daughter-in-law. I can't lose you, too. Send me a message and let me know you're all right.
Hey, Mom. Sorry to worry you. I'm back in the country now.
Jeremy, thank goodness. What's the matter with you going radio silent on me like that? I told you to message me once you booked your ticket.
Yeah, my bad. Tell me, Mom, how did you feel about Mindy?
What sort of a question is that?
Just answer me, okay? I need to know.
Well, I suppose she did fairly well for herself considering her circumstances. Being raised in an orphanage certainly isn't the best way for a child to get their start in life. But despite that, she was able to get married to someone with a proper upbringing like yourself. I'd say she should have been perfectly satisfied with her life based on that fact alone. It's a terrible shame things turned out this way.
I don't know what it is, but something kind of pisses me off about the way you said that. What does her being raised in an orphanage have to do with anything?
Isn't it obvious? How can a child develop normally without their own parents? Children need the love of their parents. Without it, they'll always be lacking something, like a jigsaw puzzle that's missing a few pieces.
I don't feel like Mindy is missing any pieces. She's the kindest, sweetest, gentlest person I know. I'd say her time in the orphanage actually made her a much stronger person. I'm lucky to have a wife like her.
What are you saying, Jeremy? You could have done much better than her. You've always been an intelligent and hardworking boy. You got straight A's in school and you even excelled in sports. Now you graduated from a prestigious university and are earning a salary that would make anyone jealous.
Wow. I had no idea you hated Mindy so much.
It's not that I hated her. I simply wish that you had made a better choice in a wife, that's all.
And that's why you pushed her off that cliff?
Jeremy, how could you make such an accusation of me? Oh no, you're still having trouble accepting reality, aren't you? You need me to be the villain in order to cope with the emotional pain of losing your wife.
No, it's because you are the villain. You pushed her.
I did no such thing. Please, dear, I already feel guilty enough as it is. I'm the one who offered to take her on a drive that fateful night. But Mindy's death is not my responsibility.
Mindy didn't die, Mom.
What?
She's alive.
She is.
Yes, she is, and she told me that you're the one who pushed her.
But that's not true. She must have hit her head on the way down or something. And is she really alive? I don't understand. It's impossible. Those cliffs were much too high. The current was much too strong. There's no way she could have made it out of there alive.
Yeah, I'll bet you thought you had everything planned out perfectly, didn't you? You deliberately took her there because you were completely sure she wouldn't survive.
I didn't push her, Jeremy. Stop these ridiculous accusations immediately.
You're not getting out of this, Mom. I snuck into your house last night to get my car keys. While I was there, I decided to take a look at the footage from the dashboard camera in your car. You should have parked your car facing away from the cliff. I saw the whole thing.
Jeremy, you don't understand.
I understand everything. You hated Mindy so much that you tried to murder her. I can't believe you were this much of a monster. It makes me sick to think about the way you pretended to be shocked and tried to comfort me on the night you claimed she died. You make me sick.
You're wrong about her, Jeremy. She's not the kind of woman you think she is. But I saw right through her the entire time. I knew that someday she would stab you in the back, and I was not going to let that happen.
So you stabbed her in the back? Pushing her off the cliff wasn't your first attempt at killing her either, was it?
What are you talking about?
You sure were persistent in bringing more and more food to Mindy, weren't you? Even after I told you that you don't need to do that anymore.
I was concerned for her health and my grandchild's health. Is that a crime?
Oh, you were concerned for their health? I went ahead and took a look at some of the food you brought her recently. Like those sandwiches you made for her, they looked good enough on the outside, but on the inside the bread was all moldy and the cheese was rotten. You were intentionally trying to feed her spoiled food to kill her.
Nonsense. The food was in perfect condition when I brought it to her. It must have gone bad in the fridge.
I'm not gonna believe any of your lies ever again, Mom. I don't ever want to see your face again. Although considering you're probably going to prison for the rest of your life, I don't have to worry about that, do I?
What? Prison? I'm going to prison?
What did you think was gonna happen when you tried to murder my wife? We already told the police everything.
Why did you go to the police? I am your mother, Jeremy. Do you want me to go to prison? You want to make your mother a common criminal?
You already are a criminal. You tried to murder my wife and baby, and you're gonna pay for that.
I did it for you, Jeremy. I didn't want you to be tied down to that awful orphan girl.
That's not your decision to make. She's my wife, and I love her more than anyone, and that includes you.
This can't be happening to me. I can't go to prison. I'll never make it out. I'll end up dying alone in a cold, dark cell. Please, Jeremy, don't do this.
I'm not doing anything to you. You've done this to yourself. You tried to murder my family. If not for that ledge, you would have succeeded. If it were my choice, I'd tell the court to have you pushed off the very same cliff you tried to push Mindy off of. So be glad I'm settling for only having you rot in a prison cell for the rest of your days. The police pulled up to my mom's house just a few minutes after I sent that last text to her. She was arrested, charged with kidnapping, attempted murder, and a litany of other crimes, and convicted on all counts. I don't think she'll ever see the outside of prison ever again, but I've already applied for a permanent restraining order against her just in case. She won't get any letters from me, and I will never go to visit her in prison. Even if she somehow comes to see the error of her ways, I won't have anything to do with her. Not after what she's done. Obviously, the story of my wife's attempted murder and miraculous survival was all over the local news. Journalists started swarming our house asking for an interview, but all we wanted was peace and quiet to recover from the ordeal. So, I applied for approval to work remotely with my company, which was granted, and we moved out of the city to a quiet place in the countryside. A few months later, Mindy and I welcomed our baby into the world, safe and sound. Words can't express how relieved I am that both Mindy and the baby were fine. The ledge that Mindy landed on was only a few yards wide. If she had fallen just a few feet in any direction, no, I'll stop there. I don't even want to think about it. Everything we've gone through has truly taught me the value of family. From now on, I want to give my all for Mindy and our baby, and never, not even for 1 second, take either of them for granted.